Hello. So I'm running late right now, but it's like 7:30 in the morning, and me and Zoe are going to go on a little road trip. So I'll kind of update you guys as we go, but we're going to this place called Arcosanti, and they make these really cool bells. Well, kind of hard to explain. We're gonna have a tour later. I'll take you guys along with me, but yeah, let's get the day started. Well, good morning, Arizona. We are the only ones here. It's chilly. How cold is it, Zoe? 50? Oh, with the wind, how cold does that be? -5. Guys, this place is so cool. Oh, I see the cafe. Oh no, it's open. But how do we get there?
Maybe this way.
Oh, not the bugs on the window. Wow. There's silver bells. We made it. Look at this cute mug. Did they say that these are made out of old bells?
Macadamia nut milk is in most places, but they have it here. Of course, they do their art.
Yeah.
They're artsy. They know their crowd.
I know, that's why half their pastries are gluten-free. I'm like, okay, they know what they're doing. They know what's up. This is a gluten-free gingerbread blueberry cheesecake coffee cake. Wow, that is a mouthful of a name. That is quite good. Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Gotta make sure you get all the
Right.
different layers.
I'm trying.
There's pistachios. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. That is actually pretty good. I haven't had oatmeal in so long.
You what?
I haven't had oatmeal, which it's not oatmeal, but I haven't had like,
Yeah, I haven't had yogurt in so
I just haven't had like oats. Well, my dad stopped buying the like cups of yogurt, and now he just buys like the tub of it, and I just feel like it's gone in like 2 days. I've got to give this, like, considering this is also gluten-free, this is a solid like 9 out of 10. I need to take some insulin for this. I'm gonna spike it.
How many people lived here at the most? I mean, it was built for 5,000. How many at the most lived here?
It depends on 2 different molding methods to make the bells. The first method is a little bit more commonly used in ceramics. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It's the plaster method. This one they're gonna strap together and place it right and pour that liquid slip into the center part here. And the plaster is going to absorb the moisture from the outside, which causes the edges of the slip to thicken up and form a membrane all the way around. When it dries out to a leather hard consistency, the hollow shell of the bell comes out. Then they're gonna pat it down with oxide powders to give it these kind of tan earthy colors, and it's ready to be carved. Once the designs are carved into the bells, we're going to batter them in the electric kettle at 2,200 degrees and assemble them and take them to the kitchen. So the whole process of production is done right in this gathering spaces. This south structure that you're currently standing under right now was the very first structure that was built up here on top of the mesa, and they used it as a construction space for the rest of Saigon. For the bottom portion, they poured the concrete directly into place. If you look closely, you can kind of see the texture of the plywood they used to support it. People comfortably. Uncomfortably, you can see up to about 2,000.
Look at how cute this little apartment is. Also, okay, you see these risers? These are meant for stargazing, so like you can just sit and then your head rests perfectly on the next step. Like, everything was thought of with this place. Everything was thought of.
I think we're gonna get to see the pour today.
We're on the second cup of coffee, enjoying this beautiful view with the loud metal, whatever sound that is in the background. That's where they were doing like the pouring of the bells earlier. It was over there. But yeah, vibing. Well guys, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm actually gonna steal Zoe's mug. We won't make this too long, but this was really cool. I think I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit more about it later when I get home and there's not a in the background, you know? We've been planning on coming for like a year now, so we finally made it. I told Zoe the other day, I was like, I feel like we should do something before she leaves because she's going on an exchange. And here we are, we made it happen. So go on a fun road trip with your bestie. Hello. So the last clip that you guys saw was me and Zoe on our way back from Arcosanti, and since I didn't really talk to you guys much while I was there, I thought I would kind of fill you guys in with the gaps. So basically we drove there. It was about an hour away. If you're in Arizona, it's about halfway between Phoenix and Flagstaff, so it wasn't too bad. And then when we got there, we were like the only people there basically, but it was really quiet and there weren't a lot of cars, as you saw, because most of the people, actually all but 3 of the people that work there, all live on site. So a lot of those buildings I was showing you guys, people live there. I showed you a couple of the apartments, at least one of the apartments, and people actually like live there and work there. Not everyone that lives there works there, but you can also like rent out some of the rooms. Like there's a, I don't know if they call it a hotel. You can stay there for like a night or whatever, and they have festivals there too sometimes. So I don't know, a lot goes on there. The whole idea of it was created by Paolo Soleri, and if you ever heard of Soleri bells, that's the same guy. And so he didn't like the idea of urbanization growing out, he thought it should grow up and in. And so they own out at Arcosanti, they have like 4,000 acres out there, but they only are built on 40 of those acres, and they only ever plan to build on 60 because of that whole idea of saving like the land and keeping everything kind of within itself. So a lot of the spaces are community spaces, which means that they're multi-purpose. Like their laundry room is also their mail room, which is also like 3 other things. Like all of their stuff is multi-purpose just so that they're taking advantage of all of the space and not wasting any of it. Eventually, their goal is to be off the grid completely, as far as they won't have to go into town and get any groceries. They don't grow all of their food on site yet. And same with like water. They're still attached to the water system because they don't have their whole gray water system figured out, which is basically like taking the rainwater, any water that's used for like laundry, for washing dishes, and repurposing it. So they don't have that system all figured out quite yet. And then also like they're on the grid as far as like they're connected with electricity and things of that nature, internet. But the whole concept of it is really cool, and the biggest part of it is making the bells. That's one of the main jobs there, is making the bells, and then just also like maintaining the facility. I was really happy to go and finally check it out because, like I had said, me and Zoe had been planning to go there for at least a year now, and it was a last minute thing. We planned it like 2 days before, but it worked out really well. And I want to get a Solari bell. I want to go back when it's like nicer out, maybe in the spring. And you can go if you don't live in the area, or if you do live in the area, if you live in Arizona, then you should definitely stop by. You do have to reserve a tour if you want to see the whole site. Like we had to reserve a tour to actually be able to walk around, but if you just want to go to the cafe, then you can stop by anytime, and that's free. I would give the experience I was gonna say 8.5 or 9, but I'm gonna give it a 9. It would get a 9.5 if it wasn't as cold, if there was like more in bloom. But also I'm thinking about, they have workshops that you would stay there for like 3 weeks or something like that, 3 or 4 weeks, and you get to make your own bell. I would so do that. I wouldn't want to do it in the summer though. That would actually be so miserable to do that in 110-degree heat. I don't know about that one, but it was also just super peaceful. I don't know if you guys noticed, but during the pour, you had to be completely silent. Like no one was talking, which I don't really know why. I think it's just like a focus thing or just a respect thing for the bells. I'm not really sure, but that was another thing where I was like, oh, I want to make a bell, like put my own design on it. But I also have for you guys the Daily Stoic Passage. It's actually January 19th, and I went on the 6th. Yeah, I went on the 6th, so it's a good 13 days later, but it's okay. I thought that I should end the vlog in the right way with a Daily Stoic Passage. Wherever you go, there your choice is. A podium and a prison is each a place, one high and the other low, but in either place your freedom of choice can be maintained if you so wish. Epictetus, Discourses 2.6.25. The Stoics all held vastly different stations in life. Some were rich, some were born at the bottom of Rome's rigid hierarchy. Some had it easy and others had it unimaginably hard. This is true for us as well. We all come to philosophy from different backgrounds, and even within our own lives, we experience bouts of good fortune and bad fortune. But in all circumstances, adversity or advantage, we really have just one thing we need to do. Focus on what is in our control as opposed to what is not. Right now, we might have laid low with struggles, whereas just a few years ago, we might have lived high on the hog, and in just a few days, we might be doing so well that success is actually a burden. One thing will stay consistent, our freedom of choice, both in the big picture and small picture. Ultimately, this is clarity. Whoever we are, wherever we are, what matters is our choices. What are they? How will we evaluate them? How will we make the most of them? Those are questions life asks us regardless of our station. How will you answer? And on that note, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!